work for me. After all the money you're gonna work for me. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, it is all love, peace, and positivity. And if you are a returning watcher, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my brand new MacBook Pro 14-inch, as well as how I've customized it and making my wallpapers. Something that I really love to do is make my own graphics, make my own designs, and through learning how to use Photoshop, Canva, and Illustrator, I like to put my skills to work, because I feel like if I'm not constantly doing it, then it's like I'm going to lose on the skill. I'm not going to really know what it is that I'm doing. So it's fun. It makes developing a new skill fun for me, not really feel like, oh, I need to work on this skill so I can have passive income here or potentially get a new job in a new field doing this and that, which is the goal. Like, it would be very nice to make money off of my skills, but I don't want to lose the passion that I've gained for it, like how much fun and how happy and like proud of myself I feel once I've completed something. And that's also something I could share with the world. So I don't want to talk too much because I'm going to be talking throughout the whole video, but I do want to show you my MacBook, my baby. This laptop came out November 2023. I also have my notebook because I did jot down some notes, and I do want to make sure any information that I'm giving out is the proper information. So this is the MacBook Pro 14-inch in space black. It has the Apple M3 Pro chip. This laptop that I got specifically, it has 18 gigabytes of memory and it has 1 terabyte of storage. Now, when I did buy this laptop, I didn't really know the difference between memory and storage. I didn't look into it. All I saw was 1 terabyte, and I knew for a fact my last MacBook, I think I had 8 gigabytes of storage on that, and probably like 2 or 4 gigabytes of memory. So yeah, the laptop did what it needed to do, but once I got into like my creative aspects and I wanted to do more on my computer, it was just really hard. For my old laptop, I did have to get an external hard drive. This is 2 terabytes of space, and I also had to purchase the adapter because at the time my laptop, it only had the USB-C port, literally one port. That's what I was using with my old computer. But with this computer, it has 1 terabyte of storage and it has 18 gigabytes of memory. Now, the difference between memory and storage, the 18 gigabytes of memory is what allows me to use the computer, to use all the programs that I use, especially if I'm using multiple programs at a time. Later in the video, you will see that I'm going to have 2 to 3 apps open at the same time. It runs beautifully. Like, I'm being really honest. If I would have did that on my old laptop, I could literally only have 1, maybe 2, like a Safari and iMovie, but that was even dragging it. That was like really taking up a lot of space. Storage is what actually stores, literally what it says, storage. It stores all of your files, anything that you want saved permanently to your computer. That's storage. Now with memory, things get saved temporarily. Storage, it gets saved permanently. When you save files to your computer, it does get copied from the memory to the storage. Now with that, I would assume you do have to go and check and make sure that you clear your memory out. You don't want to have too many things going on at the same time, because that is what can affect the performance of your laptop. So if you've noticed that your computer has been running a little bit slow lately, it's just not giving you all the juice it's supposed to, check your memory. And yeah, check your memory. So I'm going to go ahead and switch gears a little bit. We are going to switch onto screen recording mode. That way you can see what it is that I'm doing on my computer as I'm talking about it. Okay, how do I look over here? I look good over here? Okay, perfect. So this is my MacBook. This is what my desktop looks like. The background I did make. I have a thing for gradients. Once I learned how to do that on Illustrator, it was kind of like something just clicked, and gradients is my thing. That's just, I guess, like a signature or something like that. I don't know. I just really like making gradients and I love the final look. So I decided I wanted my wallpaper to be gradients. So first things first is my cursor, my mouse, my cursor. I made it bigger and I also made it white with the blue border. The initial mouse, like the little small black mouse, is just not doing it for me. It's too small. I wear glasses, and sometimes I don't like to wear my glasses. And even if I do have my glasses on, I just like that the cursor, it pops out, it's a little bit bigger, and I can see it literally anywhere. Like, it's really easy for me to spot. That's just a personal preference. I will show how to change the size of your cursor if that is something you're interested in. What I like to do in my settings, because everything is just so complicated and I really could never find anything specific that I'm looking for, I just go into the search bar. Cursor, it should be pointer fill color. So over here, this is how I changed the outline to blue. Could change it to pink if I wanted to. And then the fill color, let's say I want to do like a dark green, but I'm gonna change it back to what I had, because actually, no, I am gonna change the color a bit, because later in the video you will see how I'm gonna create my wallpaper. And it's about to be February, and that's the love season. So I like to have my computer match the seasons, match the time period. I normally change my wallpapers every month or so. Not every month or so. I change it every month. Like I said before, it allows me to still be creative. I can still play around. Sometimes I want to try something different. But yeah, that's the cursor. So on the right side, I do have all of these over here. The folders, I did create my own image and I was able to change it. To show you how to do that, you literally have to find an image first. So let's look for Valentine's Day is coming up, so I want pink. Pink folder PNG. You always want to put PNG because you're more likely to find an image with a transparent background. So you see how you have this little checkered background? That's how you know it's a PNG file. But you do also have to double check and like save it and see if it really is a PNG, because sometimes an image will show like this and it'll have the checkered in the background, but it's not really PNG. Like, it actually, the background is actually checkered and you'll actually see it. The whole point of PNG is so that you have a transparent image and you only have that image. You don't have the square border or however big the image is. You just have the image. Let's pick one. Might as well. Especially since I'm showing you guys. I don't want one with a pink heart. No. I think I saw one earlier that I kind of liked. I want it to be like half open, half like not really open. Let me save this one. Let me see. I'm going to save the image as, I prefer to save it to my desktop. That way I have easy access to everything. Save. Now back to my desktop. What I'm going to do now, once I have the image saved, I'm just going to go ahead and copy it. After copying it, I select the folder that I want to change, and I'm going to go to get info. And I like to open everything all at once, because why not? Like, just do it all at once. Then I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to, wait, my fault, I did it wrong. So I did it right, but I did it wrong. I open up all of the folders, and instead of copying it, I just drag it and I put it there. Boom, bam, it changed. I might change it, I also might not, just depending on how the wallpaper comes out. Yeah, that's one little trick on customizing your MacBook. Once I'm done with that, I go ahead and I delete this because I don't need it. Like, I don't need it anymore. Now what I have down here, so the first three are my folders. I created 3 folders, one recent, one content, one editing. That way, whenever I'm currently editing something, I'll just place everything into the editing folder. Once I've created something, I'm going to place it into the content folder. And literally anything else that I download, that I save to my computer, I put it in my recent, so I know for me to check on it. And probably once a month, I will go through each folder, and if there's anything that I need to delete, especially in the recents and the editing folder, your desktop is a part of your iCloud. And I have an iPhone, I have an iPad, so all of that information does get synced to all of my devices. But some of these files are really big, and I don't want it taking up space, filling up my iCloud, and it's just a hassle when you're trying to do something and then you find out you don't have space, and now you have to go through and look through everything, delete. Now I rather just dedicate my time once a month, at the end of the month or at the start of the month, and I just go through everything, see what needs to be deleted. I do still have my external hard drive, 2 terabytes, so especially anything in the content area, I would just transfer it to my hard drive. Next, I have my bookmarks. So these are all websites: YouTube, YouTube Studio, Pinterest, Netflix, Max, Zeus, Peacock, BET Plus, and Stars. The shows that I watch are on these streaming services, and the links that I use most frequently are also here: YouTube Studio and Pinterest. I'm going to show you how I created these bookmarks. I did create them through Google Chrome. So one that I don't have yet is Hulu. So I'll do one for Hulu, but technically I honestly haven't been watching Hulu like that because I have T-Mobile. T-Mobile pays for my Netflix, and they also started paying for Hulu, but it doesn't start until like February 1st. So once that does get into effect, yeah, I'm going to be watching Hulu. But let's go ahead and create a bookmark for Hulu because that's what all of these are. These are all bookmarks. Once you have the website that you want to be able to go directly to, you click on the three little dots and you scroll to save and share. From there, you're going to create a shortcut. The name is already perfect. Perfect. I like to click open as a new window because I don't want it to open here where I can create new tabs. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a few seconds. Boom. You see how it came up in its own tab? Like, I can't add any extra tabs. This is literally Hulu and Hulu alone. But once you do create that shortcut, it doesn't automatically go to your desktop. A folder pops up. It's now in the Chrome apps. So from here, I just click and I drag. I click and I drag and I place it here. I'm like extra, so I want it to be like organized. I don't know if there's anything else I'm gonna like add as a shortcut, but for now I'm just gonna put it in the middle here. And yeah, that's how I create my shortcuts. Even within my shortcuts, I do have the same way I change the image for these folders. It's the same way I would change the image for these. But like I said, I'm in the mood. It's February, the love season, pink, red, and white. You know, I kind of want to change all the colors of these, and I will change them. Might as well do it now. Why not? Okay. So let's see. I need a pink YouTube logo PNG. Ooh, I like this 3D one. I'm gonna save this one and I'll use it for studio. I'm just gonna title it STUDIO so I know. And then for YouTube, I kind of like this one actually, so I'm gonna save this one as YT. I don't feel like typing YouTube. Next we have Pinterest. I need a pink Pinterest, pink Pinterest. Okay, then I guess this image is perfect. So this is exactly what I was talking about before. Even though I did type in PNG, this image is not PNG because I see a white background. So that's something to look out for. I think this one is cute, honestly. So I'm gonna save this. It says Pinterest, so I'll just save it. Let me do Netflix because I know they should have a Netflix one. But you're not. I'm hungry. I have a little piece of cornbread that I'm gonna sneak in here and eat. Oop. I'm so hungry. Like it just hit me that I'm hungry. I think I'll do red because you know pink and red goes with the love season, so I guess I'll just do red. If I do red, I gotta find some red logos for some of the other ones. Body to body, skin to skin. I ain't never felt love that's quite like this. Let me see HBO Max. The smell of your perfume. I like this one. Zeus. I think for Zeus, I'm gonna find like a pink lightning. LIGHTENI lightning bolt. I don't think I spelled that right. But a lightning bolt to light. I mean, if I'm gonna get a red one, I might as well leave it. So I'm gonna just leave it. Press play, got the Uber on the way. It's a big booty beach, the big booty beach. Okay, we did Peacock. BT Plus, I think I'm gonna leave it because it goes with it. There's no point in changing that. Starstruck, the camera was flashing. Because I want to make sure I do my best to incorporate both pink and red into the wallpaper that I'm gonna make. Red Star logo is fine. Let's open you up, get info, get info, get info. Oh, I didn't do Hulu. I forgot about Hulu. I'll just save this one. Okay, so first is YouTube. I said I was going to use this one for YouTube. It's small, which is quite annoying, but honestly, I think I want to make them the same because it looks cute, and I don't like this one, and I don't feel like looking for another one, if I'm being honest. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I think I said I was going to keep Zeus as Zeus. Netflix look like small. I think I am going to have to change Zeus. I just want a lightning bolt. Like, yes, I'm using this one. Kind of don't want to think too hard about it. I feel like I've already spent too much time on this. I feel like I need a new YouTube one because it's cute, but I don't want them to both be the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Yes. See, Hulu's really bothering me, bro. Like, why can't the words just be pink? Oh my god, please be transparent. Honestly, the thing is, I can make it transparent. Okay, so that's one thing I'll show. How to make this transparent. So first things first, save the image to your computer. I have two options to do this. I can do it through Photoshop or I can do it through Canva. It's just easier to do it on Canva. I don't know, a logo. And that's another thing with this new MacBook. It wasn't like this with my old computer, but if I have a window open and I want to get to the desktop, I just leave a little bit of space, you know, so I can click it. That way, once I click it, it literally takes me straight to my desktop and I can still click whatever I want to click, do whatever it is that I want to do, make something easier. So I'm just moving this over a bit. That way, once I get back into Canva, I don't have to go into my Finder or click upload files. Like, we want to make things more convenient for us, you know? Okay, so once the image has been uploaded, bring it into your dashboard, your chart or whatever. I don't know. We're gonna go to edit photo, background remover. Then we're gonna click share, download. Always make sure PNG is selected. I like my size to be at the highest top quality. And I always make sure to click transparent background. I want this to save on my desktop. Why is there no option for my desktop? There we go. Save it to my desktop. Save. We're gonna go ahead and just drag it into Hulu and pray that it works. It works. It works. It works. Another thing that I can do, I don't really like the color. I want it to be more thicker. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I like it. I think this is good. Literally the same thing I did before. The options should already be pre-filled, but it doesn't hurt to just take a second look and make sure everything is how you want it to be. I want you to keep your eyes here as I'm dragging it so you can see the difference in color. At least so I could see the difference, and hopefully it worked. Okay, I think it did a little bit, just a little bit. When I put the two together, when you look at it here, there's a difference. Like, this one is definitely more darker, more, you know, in there than this one. I'm happy with that. And I think I'm honestly happy with all of my shortcuts and folders. So we're gonna go ahead and delete all of this because I don't like having extra unnecessary files on my computer, especially when I don't need them. You know what I'm saying? Perfect. Let's move on to the left side. So over here on the left side, it's a lot, but not really a lot going on. So these are my widgets. These are not the widgets that come with Apple. These are widgets that I downloaded off of the App Store. So in order for me to have all of this, the dates, my calendar, pictures, my music, notes that I can type into, and like my everyday apps, the apps I'm most likely to use on a daily basis, I did have to download this app off of the App Store. So this is Widget Wall. Widget Wall is how I was able to get all of these and put it onto my home screen. So once you've downloaded it, it should pop up automatically in your menu bar. And in your menu bar, that's how you're able to add, delete, or hide any widgets that you either want or no longer want on your home screen. So I'm pretty simple in what I want. I want to be able to see the time. I also added Nigeria because, like, why not? I want to know the time in Nigeria. I also like having easy access to the calendar. It just makes life easier for me. Over here, I have pictures of me and my cousin from our podcast, and I just have you know, some cute photos of the both of us. I mean, that one, okay, this one's a little bit cuter. Anyway, check out the Fang podcast. We talk about a lot of good stuff over there. Next to it, if I have music playing, I can automatically see what song it's playing, if I want to pause it, if I want to skip it, if I want to shuffle, if I want to repeat it. It's just easier when it's on the screen. I like seeing it, I like having it. I also have notes, so I can input anything that's, you know, like important for me, anything I want to have like a first glance at. I only have 3 things on my list right now. Edit Fang, create SMCs, and customize MacBook videos. I've done the first 2. I'm working on a 3rd one. So once I finish this video, I'll be able to click it off. But since we are customizing my MacBook, I'm going to go ahead and change the color. Normally when you hover over it, when you hover over each widget, there's going to be 3 dots that pop up. And those 3 dots are how you're able to customize and edit anything that you want. So let's change the color to pink. And down here, I have a bookmark. This is something I'm working on separately. I most likely will be making another video on that. But yeah, just ignore that. I just have it there for easy access while I'm continuously working on it. But normally this wouldn't be here. Like this doesn't even belong here. It's just there for right now. But yes, this is my desktop. This is how I have it on a daily basis. But now it's time to make a new wallpaper. So I personally like to create my wallpapers like from scratch. I make everything on my own. I love using Illustrator. Ever since I learned how to use Illustrator and Photoshop, making my wallpapers is a way for me to be sharp on my skills still and still be able to work on it and also have fun while I'm doing it, because the main reason why I learned it in the first place was because I wanted to be able to do my own edits, my own designs, my own graphics for myself, and eventually, potentially, God willing, have a business all over it, have a business based off of it. Ignore that. I just paid it. I don't know why it hasn't updated, but ignore that. Basically, once you have Illustrator open, you click new file, and I would say pause this video and just follow this how I have it. Here's a tip. When you're making something in Photoshop or you're making something in Illustrator, if you're using Adobe at all, when you have it in CMYK color, that's if you're going to print it. When you have it in RGB color, that means it's staying on, it's never going to get printed. It's literally just for digital use, digital purposes. I like to keep it on CMYK because there will be a time when I am going to print out anything that I make on Illustrator. So I'd rather just have everything already, you know, manipulated and formatted within that preset, so it's not even a thought next time, because I already know that I've pre-filled, pre-assigned all of my presets. But normally you just click create, and now you have the perfect dimension to create what it is that you want to create. Once you have it open, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a box, well, a rectangle. Click on the rectangle tool and you just draw something. And then you align it so it matches the size. Wait, I just made a mistake. Sometimes that happens. Just hit Command Z. See, it's not working with me. There, oops, it's not working with me. Stop it now. Come on now. Lit. And a better way to do this would be to change the color. I personally am used to it, so I don't really like need to change the color. But this is how you know the box you created. So yeah, this is the box. Just make sure it's centered. Then we're going to go over to the gradient tool. We'll click it and then tap the image. Double click, single click. I think what I did was double click. Yes, so you're going to want to, once you click on the gradient tool, you just double click, boom, bam, you have that there. I like to work on the freeform gradient. It just makes things more personalized, because when you do it on the linear, it's just that it's literally on a linear line. You can have colors on different points of this line, but ultimately the gradient is just going to be one simpleton. So let me give you an example. Let's change this color. In order to change the colors, what you have to do is click on the points. This point over here is white, this point over here is black, so you're just going to double click on the point so that way the color box pops up. Let's put purple. And on this end, I'm gonna put pink, and I'll add one in the middle. To add a new one, I believe you can just, yeah, you just double click, literally just double click. We'll make you red. Well, that's more orange. We'll make you red, and then over here, you're now double clicking. Over here, I'll add another pink. Boom. And this is linear. I believe you can turn it around and stuff like that, but no matter what, it's always going to be in a linear format. And I personally don't like that. I like freeform. Freeform, you're able to move it into wherever it is that you want. So that's always cool and fun. And you can also add new points by just literally clicking anywhere. You click here, you add a new point. You click here, you add a new point. You click there, you got a new point. But I don't want all those extra points. I like to stick with the 4, and then from the 4, I go crazy and I do whatever it is that comes to mind. So let's put it back in its original spaces, and now we're gonna select some colors. So this one is pink. I like that one. Let's go here. Let's choose, what's this? It's like a darker pink. I know I definitely want red in here somewhere. I also need like a baby pink. That's not bad. And then I want white in here somewhere. Okay, so now is the part where you get to go crazy. Like, you can literally put this stuff anywhere you want. That's what I love about it. I don't want it to give orange at all, so I need to move some of these. Yeah, that's not bad. But you see how it looks a little like, you can tell a little bit over here compared to over here. I'm gonna try and move the white, wherever I can get it to be. I want to change this red. I don't like it. It's too dark. It doesn't give red. It's just too dark. I could do a licky purple. I'll do a little bit of purple. Let's see what this one gives. This is actually really pretty. It reminds me of what I did last year for February, but it's normally the same colors, but I just like, making my own little razzle up here. Do I want to add black somewhere? Let me see what it would look like. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, no, I don't. I don't need black anywhere. No, I don't need black. I think I like this the way it is. I like it. All right, boom, bam. So once you've created the gradient how you want, now it's time to properly export it. We go to File, Export, Export As. I like to keep my wallpapers in a specific folder on my external hard drive. That's where it is. But for now, I'm gonna keep it. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna save it in recents because that's where I saved the January one, which is the one I'm currently using. I'm gonna save this as February 24. And then let's hit export. And just so you know, it saves as PNG. I save everything I make in Illustrator as PNG because normally I make like logos and stuff like that, and it does need to be transparent. So I'm okay with this, saving this image as a PNG, even though there really is no transparent background. Like I said, it's all about the presets and just making sure everything is already set in place beforehand. So when I am making a new image or I'm saving something, it's just, I don't really have nothing to worry about. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the recents folder. We're gonna find the image, double click and select set desktop picture. Oh, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. And I love that the red is there, the pink is there. The red is not like too overwhelming. I like this. But what I don't like is I don't like the shade of pink. I can change it? What? I didn't even know that. Yeah, I want like a light pastel-y pinky kind of color. I like the pink. I like that. As for these, I think I want it to be red, but I don't want the calendar red. I don't know, it's just not sitting right with me. I think for the calendar, I'm going to leave it as this pink. I know that I said that I'm going to eventually delete this, but I don't like that it's blue. So I'm just going to look for something lit. Perfect. Oh, love is near. Love is here. So this is what my desktop looks like. It's so pretty. I love it. Let's go back to the widgets. So yes, widget wall, which is right here. I showed you guys that earlier. That is how I'm able to get the widgets over here. Another widget that I like to use, this app is called Horo. The same way I got widget wall is the same way you would get this Horo timer for menu bar. So I can literally set a timer for anything. If I want to watch something, but I'm like, I'm only going to give myself 20 more minutes to watch it, set a timer for 20 minutes, boom, bam, enter. And now it's currently counting down. But I don't need a timer right now, so we're just going to delete it, and that's that. Another widget that I really love is, what's this one called? This is called Hand Mirror. So basically I can get a quick little view of myself. Let's say I'm about to hop on FaceTime, or I'm about to call someone on FaceTime. I want to see what I look like real quick. I just click this and I get to see myself real quick. Like, I look good, right? I know. So I'm a big notes person. I personally like to use notes. Now over here are some more widgets. These are the widgets that are a part of Apple. The other widgets that I showed you, all of those you have to download and get it yourself. But these are all within Apple. I have a calendar. I like to see my batteries. I do also have the Apple mouse. I like to have notes. I'm a big notes person. I literally use notes all the time. Like I said, I have a smart device. I have a smart computer. I have so many smart products, technologies that I've spent too much money on, and it's like, you gonna work for me. After all the money I done, you're gonna work for me. And I do my part to make sure that it does work for me and it's in a productive way. So I definitely love to use notes. I also have my reminders, music, and podcasts, just something quickly to access. So back to the memo sticky notes. I am going to try and implement using these a little bit more, because they can literally just stay on my thing. And there's like, let's change the color first actually. I guess red, because they don't have pink, and the red looks good. Like, the red matches perfectly. It's very similar to this widget that I have, so it's kind of like I have both, and it's cute to have both. They're also in different colors. Maybe if I have different categories, like one for my today list, like my to-do list for the day, my to-do list for the week, my to-do list for the month. If I'm working specifically on FANG, which is my podcast, I like to have anything related to FANG separate. If I'm working on something for me, my personal brand or anything like that, I like to have that separate. So it's really nice that I do have these two. And I can also customize this a little bit more. Let's see, is it on the show notes? Yeah, so if I click show notes, I'm able to like make things more, I can personalize things a little bit more, italicize, underlined, strike through, and it pops up over here. So that's also really cool and cute. Perfect. So now I have this already pre-set up for me. And as the days go by, if there's anything I feel like I need to do or focus on in the month of February, I'll input it right here. And it's very easy for me to see and get access to. But just for reference, just for us to go back to it, this little cloud is in order for me to see the notes. This timer is in order for me to set any timer, 20 minutes, 20 seconds, 30 minutes, whatever it is. If I got a timer, I can use it. This one is for me to get a quick look at myself if need be. This is widget wall, so I'm able to organize and add, remove, customize whatever widgets it is that I want to keep on my desktop. And that's pretty much it. And yeah, this is my desktop. This is pretty much how I've customized my MacBook to be pretty, to be cute, also allow me to express my creativity side and just, have fun while I'm on my computer. Like, I use it for work, I use it for pleasure, I use it for literally everything. And I just want the things that I do, the things that I use to not only reflect me, but just to make me happy to use it. And this background is so beautiful and I cannot wait. Like, it's not February yet, but I already did it. So it's staying like this. I do want to thank you for joining me in today's video. I was able to show you all my brand new computer, the MacBook Pro 14-inch, all of the specs and the information about the computer. I also shared how I customize my MacBook. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. For me, in order for me to be productive, to actually want to do all the work, all the quote unquote boring work it is that I have to do in order to get the final product that I want, it's important for me to have something that looks pretty, like, and creating my own background, creating my own wallpaper, and adding all of these customizations and widgets and just things that makes it easier for me to use my computer is very useful, very helpful, and is something that I would recommend. Even if you don't have a MacBook, if you have a Windows, if you have iPhone, if you have an iPad, if you have a tablet, if you have Android, whatever it is, all of these smart devices, especially with the new updates that are coming out, we have a lot of ways to customize it in ways that really make these devices smart. Like, we have smartphones, smart computers, smart TVs, and it's time that we have these items, these products work for us. Because like I said, I didn't spend too much money on these products for me to not getting the full capability of it. You get what I'm saying? If you made it to the end of this video and if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much. I do ask that you subscribe as well as like the video if you found anything useful, anything that you are going to use for your computer. Give me a like and also leave me a comment down below. This channel is all about beauty, it's all about lifestyle, it's all about tech. It's about me and the things that I enjoy, and I want to share that with the public in a creative way. You get what I'm saying? I'll see you guys in the next video.